Phaedra Parks, Phaedra Funeral Home Parks, Phaedra Married a Felon Parks, Phaedra Forgot Where She Came From Parks. Phaedra, this is a list of points for you. Things that you need to remember, things that you need to take note of so that we don't have to go back to what we saw this Sunday because you're already hard enough to look at. But watching you on Sunday, you were just an insufferable knot of a woman. You were a disgustingly just rude creature. You are awful. And so I think that there's some things that have taken place. It's just time for you to have a reminder. You just need to know who you are and who you are to us so that you know how to proceed. You don't know nothing about Demetria. You don't know a damn thing about Demetria. You don't even know her. Demetria was a new character that they introduced on this show. I'm pretty sure that at this point when you were filming, you didn't know whether she was going to be a new housewife or a friend to the housewives or what. You just knew that she was involved in this filming of this show with you, and you felt like you could take advantage of this opportunity to be mean and just to be a bitch. I don't know if you're stressed out, which I'm sure you are, about what you're going through with Apollo, but why don't we just start there so that we can have some clarity on why you might have made these choices. Your relationship with Apollo is no one's fault but your own. Let's be clear, Phaedra. We all know why you got with Apollo. You were having sex with him and you got pregnant, and because you are still the girl from Athens who wasn't a pretty girl, you're still the girl from Athens who, operates underneath this guise of imposed standards that you've put on yourself, with your mother and all these other people who you feel some sense of accountability to. You decided to marry Apollo. You married a stranger who you were fucking, and that's how you ended up in that marriage, and then you had a baby with him. Okay? None of that was by design. None of that was organic. None of that was because you fell in love and, had a love child or anything like that. You were fucking him. You were embarrassed about fucking him. You got pregnant by him and you felt like, oh, all I can do is hurry up and marry him to make it right. That's why you lied about how far along you were and all those other things. There was all that question and confusion temporarily about you being pregnant because you were embarrassed of the circumstance. Okay? That's step one. Number two, because of that, it should be no surprise that your marriage fell apart. Now, I am by no means happy to see the demise of your family. I'm by no means excited about the fact that your children are now going to come from a broken home. My heart goes out to them, and a little bit of it goes out to you because you're their mother, and so I know you feel their pain. But Phaedra, you're getting what you deserve. You created all of this. And watching your behavior this Sunday on Real Housewives of Atlanta confirms that. You're a rotten person. You don't know a damn thing about Demetria. You don't know nothing about where she came from. You don't know nothing about who she is. You don't know anything about her other than the fact that she was filming this show with you. I'm pretty sure that at the time that you filmed this, you didn't even know whether she was going to be a housewife or a friend to the housewives or what. You just knew that you were filming with this girl who was pretty and could sing and who appeared somewhat vulnerable, and you felt like you could go ahead and pounce and be mean and sick your claws in. You have this newfound feigned friendship with Nene that is so fake that it is almost laughable. Okay? Again, we're called the viewers because we watch the show. So we remember when you came on, and we remember when you were saying that you knew Nene and she was blatantly denying any knowledge of you prior to being on this show. We remember when you were just we just remember, Phaedra. We know who you are. We know that it's utterly ridiculous that you and Nene are acting as if you're friends. Oh, hold my hand, Phaedra. Hey, Phaedra, girl, meet me at the studio. Phaedra, 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 Phaedra. And what do? Lick right up behind her. Lick right up behind Nene's ass and are just happy to be included in these scenes with her because to you, her being Nene Leakes still means something. The rest of us have completely moved on, and some of us, like Claudia Jordan, were never bothered or impressed in the first place. But you, Phaedra, are still trying to ride her coattails and get to some sort of status, I guess, or assumed status on this show because you're connected to Nene. Mind you, we're all sitting back laughing like, these bitches are so fake. I cannot believe that they are sitting up here acting as if they're friends when they were just hating each other. And just a couple of reunions ago, Nene was just telling you, you can never win when you're dirty. You can never win when you're dirty because you were trying to go behind her back and set up scenes and film with her half-sisters, who you knew she had an estranged relationship with. But you thought it would make you TV, and you thought it would be an opportunity for you to be mean to her as well, so you did it. See, Phaedra, those are your true colors. You are still the girl from Athens, Georgia, who never was the pretty girl, who knew that she had to have an educational background that was vast and noteworthy and credentialed in order to build some sort of character or validation, who was reliant upon that. Every time you introduce yourself, hey, I'm Phaedra, I'm a lawyer, because you feel like that is what makes you. You feel like that's what completes you as a person, and that's what makes you important enough to be considered or involved. And it only goes so far, Phaedra. See, your professional circle is now crumbling as well. You ruined any type of character or credibility that you had by showing your ugly true colors on television. I don't know who in their right mind would let you represent them. The only case, Phaedra, that I've ever even seen you put forth any effort into winning is right now your case against public opinion. See, you're trying to get us to believe that you had nothing to do with Apollo's legal troubles. Trying to get us to believe that you didn't know what was going on, any of that. We don't believe you, Phaedra. You lived in the same house with him. He was your man, and at the end of the day, you balanced the checkbook, and he did too. And you knew how much all those bills were. You knew where he was and wasn't going every day, and you knew what was going on. Now, kudos to you for distancing yourself from that, and I'm not mad at you. But at the same time, Phaedra, again, this just speaks volume to your character and who you are. You didn't even try to represent him. None of that. Um, I don't even think that Apollo is a bad guy. I just think that Apollo has made some bad choices. And surprisingly enough, his bad choices, in my opinion, had nothing even to do with his legal trouble. The first bad choice he made was getting involved with you. The second bad choice he made was actually marrying you. Okay? Those were the two most detrimental things that have occurred in his life. So Phaedra, I don't know who has excited you. I don't know who has pumped you up or puffed you up with pride. I don't know who's done that, but you need to be brought right on back down a couple notches, because for you to go into that studio and ask Demetria if she smoked crack, for you to go into that studio and tell Demetria, well, you should have started earlier, like when you were still a tulip, and rolling your eyes and batting those big cow lashes, that looked like palm leaves, you know what I mean, and all of that, for you to be in Puerto Rico, okay, on a trip that Demetria invited you on, whether it was by, direction from the producers or whatever, you were there for her performance. For you to go to Puerto Rico and insult not just her, but her stylist as well, by saying, oh, now see, this you got right. Meanwhile, you're wearing Wrangler mom jeans that are cutting off, basically removing your appendix, and then up in the air and up underneath your titty. Your jeans are up here and stonewashed, and you're saying that, oh, you got this right. Really, Phaedra? You've never looked decent. This season is the first time that you've looked acceptable. And that's because you decided to retain Sean Melson, who's a celebrity stylist that's worked with so many people and is really good at what she does. So good that she could put lipstick on the pig that you are and dress that up. But see, you can only put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig. You're still a pig, Phaedra. You're not even a pig. You're a hog. You're a wild boar. And you've been allowed to run loose with the other wild beasts in the wild like Nene Leakes, and you've just been feeling yourself, Phaedra. Your balls have dropped, okay? But it's time to pull that scrotum right back up, because you're nothing, Phaedra. People like to say that you're Queen Shade or a Queen of the Reeds. What you did on that reunion when you told Kenya that she gave a guy money to get a medium pizza or whatever to impregnate her, yeah, that was good. It was catchy, but it was prepared. You never do that in the moment or in the heat of an argument. You did that at a reunion show when you had some time to sit back, do your due diligence, write something, come up with some witty one-liners, and prepare yourself for a battle at the reunion. So yes, while you did deliver something that was noteworthy and made us do like that, when you really think about it, Phaedra, you've never done that in the heat of an argument. You've never been on the spot and done that. That's why when Demetria McKinney told you that your man was going away for 8 years and hers had been around for 8 years, you were silent and you did just like this. But I got a ring. That's why. Because you couldn't think of what to say. You're not quick enough on your feet, which is why you're a bad attorney. So again, Phaedra, what you showed us was nothing short of your true colors, and we don't like the look of it. I wish you the best. I wish your children the best, but I am sick of you. And these are just some points and some things that you needed to motherfucking know. You're running up behind Nene and chasing her and kissing her ass, and Nene does not give a damn about you. She never has. She even denied your existence, referred to you as the head doctor, said you sucked dick in the hallways at school and you were known for that. This is the person that's your friend now? Right. We don't believe you, Phaedra. You need more people. You need more makeup. You need more butt pads. You need more. You actually need more torso because you look pushed together. You look like somebody dropped one of them anvils on you like they used to in the cartoons, in the Looney Tunes cartoons. You look like somebody just boom, smashed like you've been in a fucking trash compactor. That's how you're built. But instead of me saying that, instead of me being petty and saying you're built like a bottle of ibuprofen, or instead of me saying that your eyes are downtrodden and sad and your eyelids are heavy and your eyelids are over the weight limit for the plane. Instead of me saying all of these things, Phaedra, I just want you to know that my heart actually goes out to you. I wish you all the best. I hope that you're able to piece your family back together and successfully raise your beautiful young boys, and I wish what's best for you, Phaedra.